Amber and Tanner in the morning.
Well, we are your morning show on Froggy 92.9.
But you can listen to us any time of the day with Amber and Tanner on demand.
On any podcast platform, froggy929.com, the Froggy 92.9 app.
And every Saturday morning on the radio.
Sonoma County's #1 morning show anytime, anywhere. And right now, here's the best of Amber and Tanner.
How do you feel about security cameras inside the home? Amber, you gifted my roommate and I a security camera.
Yeah.
Which, thank you very much. That's super nice of you to do.
You're welcome.
And I liked the idea of it until I was taking a nap yesterday. I was taking a nap yesterday, and it's set up like right in front of my TV, in front of my couch. And I woke up to the sound of, and I look over. I didn't even know the thing was set up yet. And I look over and the camera's just moving back and forth. And it freaked me out.
It's because there's a weird setting on that one.
Okay.
You have to, turn it off. It's basically, just to do a scan of your house, but you can turn that setting off.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better
it's
because
kind of creepy.
I thought someone was watching
Hacked
me.
into your camera.
Yeah, which
same thing happened to me.
If you're gonna hack into anybody's camera, you don't want to hack into mine. You don't want to see a fat dude sleeping on his couch with his tummy sticking out. You know?
Oh my gosh.
I just got a little bit weirded out. I thought someone was in my system, and overall, I totally get outdoor security cameras, but you're someone who has them inside. Why are you someone who likes it?
I just like to check on my dog Remy.
Yeah.
And just make sure he's okay. You remember that one time? It was the first time I ever set it up inside, and I came over to your house, and I checked in on the camera, and he was eating a magazine.
And you yelled at him through the thing.
No.
See, that's awesome. I just don't know. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable knowing that someone can watch me just doing my normal day-to-day stuff.
Who would watch you?
I don't know. That's my question. That's what I'm conflicted about.
Amber and Tanner on demand on Froggy 92.9.
Amber gave me one, which is super nice of her, but I'm not going to lie, it's freaking me out a little bit. I don't like the thought of people watching me.
Well, no one's watching you other than yourself and your roommate.
Yeah.
Right?
I hope
Unless they
so.
hack into the camera.
Exactly. What if someone hacks into my camera? I don't know if that's possible.
Gotta password protect.
Ooh.
Two-factor authentication.
And Amber, I know you're someone who's a big advocate for home security inside and outside the home. Why do you like it?
Well, for the indoor camera, I like checking on my dog Remy.
Yeah.
And it keeps my fiance on his toes.
Ooh.
Don't be doing anything. Don't be eating my snacks. Because
Coming
I'll know.
after you.
I'll know if you're eating my snacks, Cole.
We asked you this on Instagram, on our Instagram story at Amber and Tanner in the morning. It's a perfect 50-50 split. 50% of people like it, 50% of people don't. So make sure to make your voice heard and vote on our Instagram story.
So yeah, I guess people wouldn't like it for the same reasons you do. It's privacy.
Yeah.
Don't want to see you sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
It's drooling everywhere.
We want your take, so give us a call right now at 636-1HOP.
This is Lizzie from Windsor. So my husband and I got a puppy a few years ago, and he decided we needed to get the Nest camera, and he wanted to keep an eye on our puppy. So that's the only reason we have one, but now it's pointed at the front door just in case someone decides to break in. So I think it's a good idea, but maybe not necessarily pointing at you while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's just in my living room. I was taking a nap. So it's not like it was on my nightstand, staring directly at my face.
I think it's definitely a good idea to have a camera either in your house or at least by the door.
Yeah.
My name is Sandy, and I'm calling from Santa Rosa. I have a camera inside my house, and I have a little dog, and I totally agree with you, Amber. I love to check in on my dog during the day to make sure she's okay, even just to get a little heartwarming love from seeing her. But yeah, I think having a camera inside your house is a good idea, especially these days. You never know.
You never know.
That's a good point. I don't know. I think a big part of it was I saw how I looked on the couch, on the camera, and I was like, whew, nobody needs to see that.
That would be a little scary. You got to watch what you're doing on that couch when that camera's watching. You never know.
Exactly. You never know who's watching. That's what freaks me out. I think there's people watching me.
Yeah, right?
The best of Amber and Tanner in the morning, right now. It's Amber and Tanner on demand on Froggy 92.9.
What is it with Sonoma County and potholes and construction and things in the roadways, because this is the second flat I've gotten this year.
This year,
Second.
really?
Yes, since I've had my car. So not even this year. In the past, 6 months?
Yeah, in the past 6 months. Just
Second flat. And I'm like, what is going on? It's a different tire. And I was coming over to your apartment, Tanner, on Christmas Eve to give you your Christmas gift. And I texted you guys on the way, and I was like, I have to put air in my tire. I have a leak. And it's so frustrating.
When you see that a little alert that says you have low air pressure, what goes through your mind? Especially that second time it happened.
I was just angry that there's so much construction here, and that I probably ran over a tiny nail or something, or a pothole.
Like a tack even at this point.
I don't know. It's it's a slow leak, but it is a leak. And it's not as flat as the last tire. And I had to go to Big O Tires to get that patched, and they did a great job. So I'm going to have to go back today or tomorrow and get it figured out. But I know that people have said this to me. The first time I got the flat tire, people were like, it's Sonoma County.
It's Sonoma County. Enjoy your flat tires. I think part of it is across the street from us. We work on Neotoma, so in Farmers Lane. We do work right next to a construction site. I think that has a lot to do with it.
Great. Well, they should pay for my leak and flats.
Yeah, go tell them. And go yell out the window at them. Hey, fix my tire.
I'm sick of this.
But another part of it, too, is the roads here are really difficult with potholes. I mean, I have my own route to work every single morning, and I've memorized where all the potholes are, where I don't even think about it anymore.
See, that's dangerous. We shouldn't be swerving to not hit potholes, to not have to spend money on time.
Yeah.
Anyway, we asked you about this on Facebook. What's with Sonoma County? How can I avoid getting another flat? We got some pretty funny responses.
Facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning. Jackie from Pengrove says, it's the potholes.
Yeah, it's the potholes. Sean from Santa Rosa says, yes, between me and my wife, it seemed like we were getting flats every year. Potholes usually go from bad to worse. When it rains, if you hit one just right, pop goes the weasel. I tend to leave a decent-sized gap between me and the car in front of me while I'm driving so I can scan the road easier. If you can dodge a pothole, you can dodge anything. He said, I've got nothing for nails and screws. Too tiny.
Tammy from Forestville says, I have gotten nails twice this past year. I seem to get them driving through an area where there's some sort of construction. The neighbors had a fence installed in about a day or two. I got a flat, and it was from the nail.
I'm sick of this.
Amber and Tanner on demand on Froggy 92.9.
Headline in a haystack. Tanner reads headlines. Amber tells us which one is a lie. 'Cause it's headline in a haystack.
Amber, it's so great to have you back. It was so boring playing this by myself.
Do you play it by yourself?
I did.
How?
And I had people write in on Facebook, and we had people guessing right off the bat and stuff like that. Our phone lines weren't working yesterday, so that's what I had to do.
Great. I'm gone for 2 days, and everything
breaks.
goes up in flames. Okay.
This is how Headline and Haystack works. I'm going to read 3 headlines. Amber has to identify which one is real. Here is headline number 1. Florida man refuses to wear mask, licks rotisserie chicken. Headline number 2. Ceiling fans recalled because blades may slip off. Headline number 3. Woman divorces husband for getting pet monkey. What is the headline in a haystack?
It's the ceiling fans being recalled.
You saw that, didn't
I
you?
read about it this morning. I'm sorry.
Dang.
You can't keep me from not reading.
That's true. Amber, you are not allowed to read until Headline in a Haystack is over.
So exactly what's going on with these ceiling fans?
More than 190,000 ceiling fans sold by Home Depot are being recalled because the blades could spin off while in use, possibly injuring people nearby.
Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine just hanging out in your kitchen and ceiling fan comes and slaps you upside the noggin?
It reminds me of those sky dancers from the 90s where you pull the string and they fly everywhere. It's like that. If those didn't give you a concussion, then you didn't live through the 90s.
That is a certified fact right there. Well, congratulations, Amber. You are the champion of Headline in a Haystack.
Watch out for those ceiling fans.
Amber and Tanner on demand on Froggy 92.9.
I may need your advice on this, so give us a call at 636-1HOP. I got a package in the mail from my future father-in-law. So it's my fiance Cole's dad. And he wrapped it in tissue paper, this gift. And on the tissue paper is written, Merry Christmas, Amber. If you don't need it, give it to a friend. Now, it was really sweet that he sent anything at all. He certainly did not have to. And I opened it up, and it's a Google Nest. So it's kind of like a small Google Home. And I guess I really don't need it because I have a bunch of Amazon stuff like throughout the apartment. Like I have the Amazon Echo Dot. I have like the Amazon Echo with the screen on it. But I mean, I need someone to give me a reason to keep it because I just don't feel right re-gifting it.
I got it.
You know what?
Put it in your office. Put it at your desk. Anytime you have a random question like, what's the 8th planet in our solar system?
But
Boom.
Don't you have one at your desk and we share an office together?
I do. But I don't know, maybe you
don't
want
want me
your
using-
own. You can play things like Froggy 92.9 on your, Google Home in your office and stuff like that.
That's a great idea.
It might, just be some good background noise for you.
I did a little research, and apparently 33% of people keep unwanted gifts because returning them is a hassle. They don't want to re-gift them or it has some sort of sentimental value.
Yeah.
And I think that it kind of does because it was something he gave to me when he really didn't have to.
Yeah, and I love what he said. If you don't use it, give it to a friend. It's basically saying, like, there might be a possibility you either have something like this or don't like this, so it won't hurt my feelings if you give it to someone else.
Why did he give it to me then? I have so many questions.
Maybe he,
don't
like,
think
won it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, my fiance said maybe he got it for free.
Yeah.
I was like, how?
Maybe he re-gifted it to you. It's the Google Home that just keeps getting misplaced.
The gift that keeps on giving.
It's Amber and Tanner. On demand. The best of the week, right now on Froggy 92.9.
When did an actor play a role that you never expected? Like, was it a movie? Was it a TV show? I was mindlessly just watching some episodes of Criminal Minds last night. And every episode, if you've never watched Criminal Minds, there's like a new killer. There's a new, criminal of sorts. And there's been a lot of cool guests on the show. Like Aaron Paul was on an episode. There's a lot of guest appearances because there's a new killer every episode. But I looked up from my phone while an episode was playing, and Brian Baumgartner was on my TV. And if you don't know who that is, that's Kevin from The Office. And I was
so random. He played a killer?
He played a killer, and if you watch The Office, you know that doesn't work at all. I just couldn't take it seriously. I was laughing at everything. The whole time I was watching this episode of Criminal Minds with Kevin from The Office, I was just imagining him spilling his chili everywhere, and I couldn't. And he was like super serious, and it was just bizarre for me. I feel like
I gotta see it.
You have to see it. I'll send you the episode. But I feel like with comedic actors, once you have such a defined role, you can't really do anything other than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of celebrities in strange roles, but mostly it's roles they played before they blew up.
Yeah.
So I was watching Tenacious D's Pick of Destiny.
Great movie.
And I saw Amy Adams in there randomly, and I paused it, and I was like, wait, that's Amy Adams. What the heck is she doing just watching Tenacious D play in this bar? And it was real quick, but you can definitely see and tell that it's her.
That's so cool.
And she was also in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and now she's just playing Lois Lane and Superman. And
it's also Will Ferrell in that movie Stranger Than Fiction. We were talking about this off the air. A comedy actor going. That's like us going and doing news. You and I doing a news show. I don't really know.
We could do it.
We could, but I think it would be
But would
weird.
we?
I'm known as the guy who does the neighbor dispute. Kevin's the guy that spilled the chili. He's not exactly a serial killer in this TV show.
Maybe that's what he wanted to do. Maybe he wanted to do dramatic acting, and this was his segue in.
Well, I'm sorry, Brian Baumgartner, but it was weird.
It's not working out.
Not working out, bud.
On the radio and in your pocket. Download Amber and Tanner on demand right now on your favorite podcast app. Amber and Tanner, Sonoma County's #1 morning show. Only on Froggy 92.9.
So how do you just afford a house here in Sonoma County? They're so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 to 3 bedroom homes here that are going for $1 million or half or less the price back home in Georgia.
Yeah.
And I just don't see how I'm ever going to afford one. I was looking at this article on Press Democrat about this Bodega Bay estate that's like $1.5 million.
$1.5 million?
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now.
My God.
I think I showed it to you, but it's just so shocking, the cost of living here.
Is there a city in Sonoma County you specifically would like to live in, or you just want to own something?
I would just love to own a home. My dream is to have a backyard for my dog because I'm your typical millennial. That's the things I strive for. But rent is just so expensive. I, would assume that mortgages are just as expensive.
Right.
Here, but you and I have talked about it so often since we moved here. Like, when are we ever going to be able to buy a place? And I guess the answer is never. Unfortunately,
it's really difficult to afford to own a home here in Sonoma County.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the few things that, it comes with the cost of living in one of the most beautiful places in the country. But at the same time, people here are doing it. So there has to be a way somehow.
They're all rich.
Yeah. Richer. Maybe they're buying like fixer-uppers. Maybe that's something you could do, is buy, an older home that could be renovated in a specific way.
I don't know, but I asked about this on Facebook because I was generally curious to people that have known nothing but Sonoma County. How can you afford to buy a house in Sonoma County? We asked you on Facebook, facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning.
Ronnie from Santa Rosa says, unless you have a $100,000 down payment, and even then be able to afford a house payment of $3,000 to $4,000 a month, you can't afford to buy here. Wow.
This is not looking good. Ashley from Roanoke Park says, you sell your organs. You just don't.
And Sarah from Windsor says, you don't. You save your money and you start looking for more affordable places outside of the state of California to live and enjoy a better quality of life.
You guys
that's a Debbie Downer.
You guys are not giving me hope. These are not good things that I'm hearing.
Amber and Tanner on demand. Every Saturday morning starting at 6 a.m. Want even more? Listen on your favorite podcast platform now, including the Froggy 92.9 app.
We've all been there. We've all been looking at $1 million homes on Zillow with $12 in our bank accounts.
Oh, yeah.
We've all been there.
Like, ooh, look at that closet.
But I think here in Sonoma County, homes are outrageously expensive.
Yeah.
The homes I'm seeing here are like half the price or even less back home in Georgia.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's like $1 million for a 3-bedroom house here in Sonoma County. That's not the case back in Georgia. My sister-in-law just bought a house for like $200,000.
That's crazy. That blows my mind.
So it's like 3 bedrooms. It's like, it's cheap.
We reached out to you on Facebook because we're trying to find ways that Amber can buy a home because that's something she wants to do right now.
Eventually. All right. So last time we read some comments that were not really on the positive side. So this time we've got some hopeful answers. What are people saying?
Emily from Sonoma says, patience is how you get it. Broaden the area you think you want to live in. Just remember to ask about flooding or fire danger. And sometimes smaller is better and easier to clean.
Coming from a person that lives in a 1-bedroom apartment, I would say that's true.
Yep.
Stephanie from Windsor says, talk to a lender. You might be closer than you think. They can help you come up with a realistic plan.
And Ashley from Santa Rosa says, you can do it. Start off small, good deal, and work your way up.
These are great pieces of advice, people.
Now you're feeling more positive. Well, give us a call with your advice, 636-1HOP.
Shannon from Santa Rosa. I feel bad that you guys only got discouraging advice. I feel like a lot of people right now are discouraged because houses are being bought in cash and it is competitive right now.
Yeah.
But I feel like a big part of buying a house is just like your mindset and just save your money, and because rent is really not that much cheaper than a mortgage. I mean,
we just had a caller come in that said she was spending like $2,500.
Yeah.
And that, rent is right there with it. I'm looking at apartments right now. You're not paying that much difference.
Yeah.
No, you're not. And you're investing in someone else's investment, So even if you're paying a little bit more, or a lot more, I don't know. But we bought our house in 2008 when there was like that crash in the market. So I'm not like up to date, but I would say that maybe just go in a mindset of, my goal is to buy a house and just like set some money aside, especially if you're like a 2-income house. And people don't really look in like Guerneville area. Like there's some houses out there that better. Just because it's your first house doesn't mean you have to hold on to it. Like, you can sell it in the future. I don't know. I just think
That's
that
true.
there is hope for people that want to buy a house.
Exactly. And,
So-
I kind of did the same thing with my car. I knew that I was going to have to buy a car, so I saved up a little bit, and I got my credit up, and it worked out for me, and I really like my car. So maybe it'll be the same thing with a house. It won't be my dream home, just like my car isn't my dream car.
Yeah.
But it'll be something
It'll be a
to
start.
sleep in.
Yeah, if all else goes wrong, right?
Amber and Tanner on demand. Every Saturday morning starting at 6 a.m. Want even more?
Yes.
Listen on your favorite podcast platform now, including the Froggy 92.9 app.
What is your hangover cure? Want to hear from you, so give us a call. 636-1HOP. This is in lieu because New Year's Day is coming up. Lots of us are going to be celebrating, safe and socially distanced, of course. And the chief, Eric Church, shared what his hangover cure is.
The best hangover cure, I got two. One is 5-hour energy because of all the B vitamins that are in it. You can start pounding those, and it's either going to work or it's going to keep you up so you can prolong your misery. But the other one I have is just take 2 Advil and a beer in the morning. And hair of the dog, man. That works every time.
Hair the dog.
I don't believe in that.
I don't either. At all.
My fiance swears by it. He's like, beer first thing. No!
Oh, that is the last. If I smell
I'd rather
alcohol
die.
when I'm not feeling well after a night of drinking, that's the last thing I want.
No.
Like, get that heathen away from me.
Not a fan.
What
Not a
is
fan.
your hangover cure, Amber?
Okay, so at night when you're going to bed, have a big glass of water. Put it in like a bottle so it doesn't collect gross stuff over the night. So take 2 Advil, chug some water, and then when you wake up, drink a Coca-Cola. It works for me every time.
Dang.
I can chug water, I can get Gatorade, none of it will work, but the Coca-Cola for some reason,
I completely
it helps.
agree because you have that caffeine, you have that carbonation.
well, cola syrup actually used to be used to cure nausea
Boom. Boom.
before it became a soda.
Check that out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add to that for mine.
Okay.
Coca-Cola, definitely. And only Coca-Cola, too. Not Dr. Pepper or anything like that. It has to be Coke.
Not Pepsi. Boo.
But I'm going to add to that and say go to McDonald's when you wake up, get a McDouble and a McChicken. And you're going to take that McDouble, split it in half, put a McChicken in between. You'll be cured.
What
I
is
promise.
with you in this sandwich?
It's called a McDank, and it's the ultimate hangover cure.
Sounds-
I promise you.
Really strange. I'll try it.
Yeah.
I'm down for anything. We asked you this on Facebook, facebook.com/Froggy929. What are your best hangover cures?
Tucker from Katati says Bloody Mary and greasy food the next morning.
Kelly from Santa Rosa says Alka-Seltzer.
And 4 people, including Debbie from Clear Lake, said don't drink. Just don't do it.
That's pretty good advice.
This is Amber and Tanner on demand. Miss something from the show this week? Catch up on Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. or on the new Froggy 92.9 app.
New Year's Eve. It's tomorrow. What'd you say today was New Year's Eve?
Yeah. New Year's Eve. It's a celebration before a celebration before a celebration.
So New Year's Eve, of course, means a lot of champagne, wine, especially for some of us who drink here in Sonoma County. I'm going to have myself a glass of Corbel
Nice.
Brut. So it's time for a round of fine wine or not. So I'm going to give you some names, Tanner, and you have to guess whether this is fine wine or not.
Ooh, I'm going to be awful at this.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Naked on ice skates. Is it fine wine or not?
Fine wine.
It is not.
Dang.
Ooh. Dangerous hookup. Fine wine or not?
Dangerous hookup. Fine wine.
Not.
Dang it.
Okay. USB port wine.
USB port wine? Seriously? You know what? Just because I've got the past 2 wrong, I'm going to go with fine wine once again.
You're correct.
Thank God.
All right. Old fart and his mistress too. Fine wine or not?
I'm going to say not.
You're correct. All right. Here's the last one.
Getting on a little roll here.
If you get this one right, I'll get you some fine wine.
What? You will?
Maybe. All right. Let's say maybe. 3 dudes and a dog. Fine wine or not?
3 dudes and a dog. I'm going to say fine wine.
You're correct.
Let's go! Woo!
Amber and Tanner on demand on Froggy 92.9.
Happy New Year's Eve. It's almost 2021. I think our priorities have definitely changed in the past year. What is your New Year's resolution going into 2021?
Yeah, give us a call at 636-1HOP. Looks like we have someone on the line. Helen from Santa Rosa. Hey, Helen.
The last one I made was like a lifestyle change. I was going to start working out, and not eating as many processed foods.
Yeah.
And of course I eat processed foods because I work in restaurants and there's no other time to eat except for midnight.
Yeah, and when you're working, there's just something around. You're gonna eat bad
French
food.
fries.
It's the reason why I eat Taco Bell every day, because it's right across the street from the station.
That's the reason?
That's the big reason.
You traveled all the way to like Glen Ellen for Dunkin' Donuts or something the other day.
Hey, you know what? Gotta do what you gotta do,
I'm just messing with you.
but
Speaking of,
New Year's resolutions, they're tough. We want to follow them, but we want to be realistic. This year, I'm doing a big one that's not exactly realistic. I want to cut out soda completely from my day-to-day life.
okay.
We cut out energy drinks from our life this year together as a show. I think I can do it. I feel good about it.
Wow.
Do I think it's going to happen? Who knows?
Well, positive.
Yeah.
Let's stay positive.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
And if you believe in yourself, anything's possible, right?
Absolutely. What is your New Year's resolution this year, Amber?
Ooh. I'm unprepared for this. But I think it's going to be one of two things. So, number one, I think it's going to be to try to look nicer at work. I'm trying so hard. It's difficult when you get up at like 3:30 in the morning to like
It
do
is.
your hair and a full face makeup.
It's
but,
easy when you're a guy. You just throw some gel and it does its own thing.
like defies gravity.
Yeah.
But yeah, and another thing is probably going to be just try to save more money.
Yeah.
I don't know how much yet, but I'll figure that part out at some point through the year.
Amber and Tanner on demand. Available on the Froggy 92.9 app, froggy929.com, and Saturday mornings on the radio. It's Amber and Tanner anywhere, anytime. Only on Froggy 92.9.
I don't know if I want to admit this, but I'm turning 30 in February.
Whoop, whoop. What do you mean you don't want to admit this?
The big 3-0.
It's a big, exciting time in your life.
I'm old. I know people out there are probably like, are you kidding? But pending COVID restrictions, I'd like to go to Lake Tahoe for my 30th birthday, which is in February. Before all this happened, before the pandemic happened, I had this idea to go and just spend time with my fiance and my pup and just kind of explore the area. It's something I've always wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this is just wishful thinking. I doubt things will be better by the beginning of February. That's like a month away. But just in case, I really wanted to know about the area and what are some things I could do. I mean, Tanner, do you know anything about Tahoe, Lake Tahoe?
I've never been, but I do know some stuff about it. Have you ever been skiing or snowboarding?
No.
Okay, so don't do either of those things because you'll just be sore and have a miserable time trying to learn. The first time's always the worst. But what I will say is go sledding.
Sledding sounds like that's up my alley.
Sledding is a ton of fun. There are places probably around Tahoe that you can go do it.
I just want to see the snow. Do you think there will be snow there in February?
Yeah, I was actually just reading that there's going to be snow there probably until May.
Wow. Okay, sorry. I've never seen snow really.
You've never seen snow?
I've seen it like once in Georgia in college, but I don't know. It was like ice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like fluffy snow.
Yeah, in Tahoe, it'll be fluffy snow, snowball fights. You got to do all that
Snowball
stuff.
fight. I could build a snowman.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we asked about this on Facebook, facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning. Any suggestions to do things in Tahoe?
Ashley from Santa Rosa said, I would suggest any cabin in South Lake Tahoe since there's a lot to do down there. There's shopping, there's casinos, etc.
Ooh, gambling. Just kidding. Denny from Santa Rosa says there's a cute Best Western out there.
Perfect.
Great.
And Val from Santa Rosa says, my birthday's at the end of January. I wanted to go to Tahoe. I'll go with you, LOL.
Come on down.
You've been listening to Amber and Tanner on demand. Hit next episode to hear even more now. Join in live every weekday morning from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. as Amber and Tanner take your phone calls on Froggy 92.9 on the radio.